It's Monday again. Ha. Okay, so it is Monday again, so I'm gonna babble for a bit. And I'm sure we all remember back during Bush's 2 terms as president that one of his, big things he focused on was weapons of mass destruction, specifically within the confines of the Middle East. Iran, Iraq, Pakistan, Afghanistan, that general vicinity. There really hasn't been as much focus on that since Bush has been out of office, but the whole issue with weapons of mass destruction and old nuclear sites is kind of back up on the government's agenda, but believe it or not, it's not just the Middle East. Oh my god. It says that a lot of the stockpiles of these, old stockpiles of, a lot of dangerous chemicals and radioactive materials that it says here, stockpiles of dangerous chemicals and radiological materials that remain at risk from being stolen by terror groups planning to make what is known as a dirty bomb, which is, old stolen nuclear material like enriched uranium, and, they drop it on people, obviously. American intelligence agencies believe a dirty bomb strike is almost inevitable in a major city within the next 5 years. And last month, the British government conceded that such an attack was highly likely and could happen without warning at any time. So, and basically what it is there are these places, like, all over Russia where there are these old, nuclear plants where they were, going to, make bombs or make this or whatever the heck else you make with nuclear material. And it's just kind of hanging out inside broken fences with, almost rusted off padlocks. And all these plans were made to secure the stuff, but none of it was ever, carried out all the way, so it's still just there. And it says here, figures vary, but it's thought that between 40 and 60% of all dangerous materials remain unsecured and at risk of theft. Much of it is still hidden, or the governments are not allowing international inspectors to inspectors in to check the safety measures they've put in place. So basically what's happening is some of this stuff could very well be hidden, but we wouldn't know it because these people aren't letting anyone in to check. And it says some nations, and this is Senator Sam Nunn, or former Senator Sam Nunn. Oh, wait, never mind. It's U.S. Senator Richard Lugar, who was working with Sam Nunn. I misread that. Some nations are not cooperative and are not prepared to make available the material that might have been left over. So people aren't willing to show him, or show the country or whatever, the leftover nuclear material. And it said there's, Senator Lugar and then Senator, now President Barack Obama, have gone and seen in their nuclear armed submarines. And in one, Lugar has in this one picture, Lugar has a briefcase. And we've all seen briefcases, they're about that, wide and long, and then they're like that if you stand them up tall. And inside it is a chemical warhead. So these people have chemical warheads that fit in briefcases. And in 2007, in November, a bunch of raiders broke into the perimeter fence of the nuclear site in Pelindaba near Pretoria. While South Africa gave up its nuclear weapons program many years ago, it kept its dangerous, highly enriched uranium. One of the raiding teams went through a 2,000-volt security fence, disabled the intruder detector so no alarm went off, reached the emergency control center where they got into a struggle with the worker and shot him in the chest. They spent 45 minutes inside the guarded perimeter fence of the site without ever being engaged by the site security force. Then they went back through the fence at the same point they went in, and they've never been caught. The United States government offered to help the South Africans install better security, but South Africa said they didn't need the help